Somebody's in a good mood today.
Sam just ate. Just got paid. Fantastic.
Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set.
Hey.
All right. Let me tell you about my show. Wednesday nights. And here we go. It's the rule of three with a touch of Basco. And like the Joker says, and here we go. It's Wednesday night and it's 9 o'clock. Click on the thumbnail, it's about to get hot. We get 3 different questions in only 3 minutes. It ain't for the scared, it ain't for the timid. Some will like us and some just don't. A lot will back us and some just won't. It don't matter with the Khaos crew. We specialize in making things do what they do. So sit back, chill, and enjoy the show with me, Chris Skyscar, and Nzo.
Fire, peace. 9 o'clock, Wednesday nights. Don't miss it. Check us out.
Sam, you stop?
And here we go.
What a thief.
Hey, I tell you, you're muted, Chris. You see you fucking up already.
Uh-huh. Boomerang.
It is yours, Danny. I know it's yours.
No, you get for thieving.
No.
You know?
See, it's not thieving. It's called appropriation. Totally different.
It's okay,
That
Danny.
sounds really close to reparations, and I don't even like the reparations.
All right, no.
You know what?
if
It's
you
okay,
notice some
Danny,
of my-
because Chris's little, at the end of the show where it has the little like, subscribe, and shit. I'm about to steal that from him. I'm about to steal that from
You
him.
want it? I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
send it
about
to
to
you.
steal that
I'll
shit.
send it to you. I am an equal opportunity sharer and thiefer, or whatever. I don't know. No, just kidding. Yeah, and just to realize though, if you looked at the tweet a little earlier, the tweets I put out tonight at 9 o'clock, join the usual suspects.
Oh, you fucker.
No,
Wow.
I'm thinking like, I'm like, okay, so there are terms that you guys and we all use at certain times, and I'm like, we need to really focus on these terms because that's branding, and I like that.
Fucking trademark them terms.
You know what
That's
it is,
fine.
Danny? And it happens all the time. White
Oh,
people
here we
can't
go.
let us have our own things. They're always trying to take our shit from us.
You know, real talk. I was thinking about saying that, but I was like, I ain't gonna pull the trigger on that.
You know I will.
It's okay. I can handle that. I can handle the abuse. It's fine. No, I mean, I like those. I like that stuff. It sounds good. It works really well with our channel. The Khaos, the Joker, all that stuff. It's great stuff. And yes, that clip is all about Danny. That's Danny's thing. So don't make me don't believe that I'm taking that. That's not mine. That is his, and I use it because he's here.
That's my
and
favorite Joker.
Suspect.
That is the best Joker.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Why don't y'all use some of his stuff then?
I will if I got time ever. Dude, you do not know what my schedule's like right now. It's fucking crazy.
You only been YouTubing for 10 years.
No, and yeah, but my schedule's constantly gotten bigger everywhere else too. So, anyways, guys, we got I Love Food. Tony Robinson Basil's here, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure you grab that link up above, share it out, or go to my Twitter, and you can tweet out the pen tweet I have to get some more people here. Really quick, guys, let's just kind of talk about something. Obi-Wan, did you guys see the episode?
I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, watched it, went back to sleep. Usually I send out mass text, but I didn't because I don't want to hear nobody say, "Well, I'm still asleep." I was on I said, "Bro, thing fire. You better watch it." That was all I got to say. And then about an hour or two later, he texts me back. And what I really like about this, to me, I think is the smartest thing I've seen Star Wars do in a long time. They told us that we were going to see 2 fights, which we saw technically 2 fights, and Obi-Wan schooled him, was teaching him. So to me, that even strengthens the part where he says, last time we met, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. So to me, that shit ties that shit together and strengthen it. The only thing I'm worried about is how they're going to break the bond between Obi-Wan and Leia. I don't see how they're going to fix that. But that fight scene in that flashback, man, that was fire.
And I'm gonna tell you this, Danny. You know why that scene? Like I used to say, oh, them meeting is gonna be redconning. It's not, because you even said the saying the way I used to say it. That's not how he says it. He says, "When I left you, I was but a learner." I used to think it was the same thing. When we last met, I was but a learner, but it's when I left you. So it makes so much sense, because when he leaves Obi-Wan, he's still a learner. Yeah, so it makes 100% sense to me, and that's why I don't even talk about that anymore.
I'm going to give Kathleen Kennedy a hand, man. She seems to be stepping in the right direction.
Well, I don't think it's her. I
she's
think
executive producer.
Listen, she's the executive producer because she throws her name on it.
Well, I'm just saying.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I think this, again, there's a couple things that do concern me about this, about the whole series, but nothing hugely horrible. So I don't know. We got Shifty now. We got Mads Mama Bear, David Quintana. Thank you very much for guys being here. Remember, grab that link, share it out, smash that like button. But okay, yeah, go ahead, Anzo.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only thing that I don't like, and I told Dan I was like, I kind of had an issue with that, is that Vader didn't kill Reva. That's the only thing I really don't like that. I mean, like Vader, she tried to kill Vader. Vader should have. I was, because when he grabbed the two lightsabers, I was like, yeah, he's gonna do the Dooku, cut off her head.
That's what I thought too. But then he threw it to her, man. Super confident.
I love that. I
like the Inquisitor, man, the Grand Inquisitor. I like his presence on. To me, when he's talking and on the scene, I automatically gravitate towards him. But I just said it on Guy Scar's show. I like the character Reva. Just the actress needs to be more menacing and more. What's the word I use? I can't think of it, but she's just not. She doesn't seem to be menacing or like he's scared of it, because I would have got somebody like the girlfriend off of the boys' Homelander's girlfriend. Now she was just evil.
Yeah, I think it's because she's not seasoned enough, so it feels like she's overacting.
In her voice, she should have changed her voice or something. It doesn't sound menacing to me.
I agree.
I like that they did that.
Hey, the way he pulled that ship down, tore that shit apart. Oh my god!
I loved it too.
I'm okay with it because again, there is. Remember, Obi-Wan's teaching him in this that your anger, your need to win, your need to be the victor, is your downfall. And I think even Palpatine would tell him to be mindful of, yes, use your anger, but don't just blow your wad as far as anger goes. And I think right now you're still seeing that he's still struggling with this thought process because he's so bent on getting Obi-Wan that he can do that. I liked it though because it put his abilities up a lot higher than what we've seen in the past. So it does kind of strengthen that he is the strongest Jedi or strongest Force user maybe ever. I know people are gonna say, but they made Rey the strongest. I don't know about that because I
think Luke is the strongest. For everything I read, Luke is the strongest Jedi to ever live.
Well, I mean, I think that there's some debate there, but let's get to a debate later about that. We're going to go to the show now, but first, before we go to the show, let's talk to these two gentlemen, which we've already been doing. But let's talk about their channels. Anzo, talk about your channel really quick, please.
What's up, guys? Biggaford Entertainment. All I'll say is just the OOC later on tonight, so make sure to check that out. Other than that, man, I can't wait to get this shit started. Let's do it.
I think I got some good questions. So, and I got some good top five. I got a good final five lineup. So, Danny, go ahead.
I'm Danny, aka Comic Chat. You can find me here with these gentlemen Monday through Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, Friday nights at 8:30, you can find us doing a round table for Ms. Marvel. I know I don't want
Chillmonger. I know.
Chillmonger to pop out nowhere and say, bitch. I said, Ms.
Right.
So Ms. Marvel. And also on Sundays at 8:30, you can catch us on Chris Show doing the Obi-Wan. I hate the fact it's only one more episode, man. I didn't mind getting up at 4
right
o'clock
now,
watching that, man. I didn't mind doing
At
that.
this point right now, I think they might do another season.
Let me ask you
might.
this: anybody gonna go see it in the theater?
I'm not. I'm going to
No,
watch it straight Onzo Vision.
Yeah, I'm not
they're
watching
gonna
it.
they're gonna charge me for it. I already get Disney Plus for free. I can sit at home
I
with
hope
an 80-inch TV and watch it, or I can
that
put
this
my
was-
5
screen up.
hours.
I hope this would generate a Darth Vader series.
Oh, you mean?
I definitely
Yeah,
want
see,
to see that.
What I've thought about doing, because I've talked to Nindroid about doing some extra cuts, I might put together work with him on an Nindroid cut movie version of the series.
Well, he need to cut the third episode out. It's not needed.
Well, I might take bits and pieces of it, but not.
No, the fourth episode, the interrogation.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
I wouldn't take all that.
Well, in the theater, it's going to be 5 hours, and I'm like, I don't.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not that good. It's good, but it's not that good.
Maybe if it's something I never saw before, I would entertain 5 hours. I've already seen it.
Yeah.
Just
Or
like, Justice League.
if they say they're putting in new scenes or something like that, or something.
It'll be a lot. It can't be no 30-second scene.
No, I agree. I agree.
I gotta see the actual runtime. 5 hours and 45 minutes. I say, okay, 45 minutes. That's a lot of unseen stuff. If it's like 5 hours, nah, that's all right.
Okay, guys, remember, grab that link, share it out, or go to my pinned tweet on Twitter and retweet it. That's the key, is to retweet it. That gets the attraction we're looking for. But right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. We're going to bring up the 3 doors right there. Let's see here. How about we do this? I'm going to put up a poll here, guys, and you guys are going to pick the second one. And what we'll do is, Danny, you're going to pick. Let's see here. No, we're going to stick with this. Next week, we're going to have the chat pick them for us. I'll do it next week.
Right.
So here's the deal. Danny, you pick first this time.
3.
Number 3. Ezra Miller is being accused of kidnapping a teenager. How about that? Gotta love it, right? He and the 18-year-old are currently MIA. Dakota Iron Eyes has refuted her father's allegations that she was brainwashed and kidnapped. And I'm going to put this out there really quick. I love that the parents didn't do anything. They've been together since she was like 14. They haven't done anything until now. And what's funny is in order to make this claim sound more plausible, they have to use the term brainwashed. Because when she says, no, that's not true, you have to say, well, yeah, she's been brainwashed, so that's why she's saying it's not true. This story is crazy. Anyways, that she was brainwashed and kidnapped. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think this will do to the Flash movie and to Ezra Miller's contract with DC and Warner Brothers? Oh, boy. All right. 3 minutes on the board. Danny, I'll let you start first since you picked it. Here you go. Go.
I really don't know anything about the story. I've heard bits and pieces of it, but it doesn't interest me, being the fact that I'm a father and I have 2 daughters. I'm in the profession I'm in. I definitely hope she's returned back safely. Ezra Miller, he definitely has some issues, so he should get whatever punishment comes at if he's in fact did kidnap her. Definitely need some type of counseling or something. I think this is definitely going to hurt the Flash movie because all the negative is going to hurt. So I'm thinking, and like I've always said this, they need to take a dump truck full of money, go to Grant Gustin's residence, dump it on the lawn and say, please come make the Flash movie. I think that, and I know y'all two don't agree with it, that TV actors, so some TV actors can't transition to the movie, but I think he has built enough fan base and has the familiarity with the fans that he can slide into that now because Ezra Miller is getting all this negative publicity. I know I would definitely pay to see Grant Gustin as a Flash on the big screen. That's what I would do, and how they can do it, man, is it could be another universe. So That's not a problem. I mean, it's built in. Now I know it's going to cost him. I don't know how much money it costs to make Flashpoint. I'm sure they would have to do a lot of reshoots, but what's the alternative? So I hope that he didn't kidnap the girl. I don't know all about this brainwashing and stuff, but a lot of times, it's three sides to the story: her side, his side, and then the truth. So hopefully they can find the truth or find some semblance of it and get the girl back safely. And get Ezra Miller the treatment he needs. I mean, we all saw the red flags, all the trouble he's been in the last 6 months to a year, red flags. But because people were hell bent, fans, maybe the WB or whatever was hell bent on making this Flash movie, but sometimes to make progress, you got to tear something down, even though because if you build it incorrectly, it's not gonna withstand the pressure if it's built incorrectly. So they got to tear it down, just take a loss in the money, and find another Flash, which I think Grant Gustin's is the best, and put him on the big screen. I think that it will be better than trying to do a casting call and find somebody else that may or may not have the chemistry or the chops to be the Flash. So those are my thoughts.
All right, very good. All right, Anzo, 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
Yes. So first off, I just want to shout out K Dot because I don't know how he did it, but if you go on his channel, he actually has an interview with this girl, Vintage Devil, who has hands-on information about what is going on. So she explains a lot of the information, how it started. You know what I mean? She said there were some things that definitely a lie and stuff like that. I don't know. Take it for what you want to take it. Go watch K Dot's video, well, his stream, and you can find out more information about that situation. I mean, that's not the point of the question, though, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of information out there that we have no idea what is going on, really, and it's really like a shit show. So I don't want to sit here and be like, Ezra Miller did this and Ezra Miller did that, when, to be honest with you, there's no proof of it right now whatsoever, right? We don't know. So, like Danny says, innocent till proven guilty. But now, first off, I disagree with Danny. I don't want to see Grant Gustin in the theater Flash. I don't. I think he's good in the show. I don't think he's good enough to portray Flash on screen. Don't want to see that. I think they have the perfect opportunity with Flashpoint to get rid of Ezra Miller if they have to, which I believe they may have to because he's problematic regardless, right? Whether he's doing what they're saying he's doing or not, he's problematic. He's been getting into a lot of trouble, and now it just seems to be piling up more and more, which popular opinion, people's opinions, you know what I mean? There's going to be half that agree that maybe he's not doing it. There's going to be half that agree that he is. And the ones that think he is are not going to support this movie. So right then and there, you're cutting off at least 10% of your fan base right there that are not going to go see this movie. But when I say they have an out, you can just take fucking a recut scene, or you could reshoot a scene towards the end where whatever he does it to run back into time, to run back into, the reality that he's gonna originally from. And when he gets there, it's someone totally different playing the Flash. You know what I mean? That's how you can do it. That's how you can recast him. You don't have to miss a beat to do that if that's what you're gonna do. At the end of the day, I think they do need to recast him because it's just getting, he is becoming, the issues that he's doing are becoming more popular than people wanting to see the Flash movie. He is taking away from the Flash movie, and that's a big problem. You know what I mean? Especially for DC, who's trying to, get up there with their movies, right? They're banking on the Flash, they're banking on Black Adam, and all the other movies that they have coming out. I don't know if they're banking on that Joker movie, but but at the end of the day, I think you recast them and you find a way to do it.
Okay, very good. All right. I'm going to refrain from information that comes from another topic that kind of will tie into this, and I'll explain it back when we get to that topic. But as far as this goes, again, I think I heard Nzo say baseless. The daughter's saying that this isn't true. And again, I go back to the fact that I think that they've been on and off together since like she was 14. Take what you will from that. She's a Native American, so they have maybe a different outlook on that. Maybe, I don't know. But she turned 18. What happens when that happens? When you're Native American, your checks come to you.
Mm-hmm.
I see a monetary thing going on here with the parents. I see the parents like, wait a minute, we want access to that money still. And now that she's 18 and she can go where she wants, which also isn't necessarily true on some tribal land. I don't know if it's with their tribal land, but some tribal land, you're not an adult till 21. But in the United States, since she's not on a reservation, she is an adult. So that compounds a problem too. So there's a lot of factors that go into this that I don't think truthfully that this is exactly what it is. In fact, I saw several people who covered this over the past day or so that when they read parts of certain articles, they said, now this article is going to make this sound really, really, really bad, but it's more clickbaity written than it is actual factual. And I cannot believe I just said those two words that way together. Oh my God. Anyways. Yeah. But so there's a lot there to process. I'll have to go watch K-Dot's video because I'm interested in seeing that. But obviously they want to find these two. And when the term MIA is used or missing or they can't be found, that is kind of concerning, because now you want to know, well, why is he not just coming to some police station somewhere and saying, hey, we're here, she's fine, but she doesn't want to go home. And so there is that side of it too. Now, again, I don't know the full rules of I don't know which tribe she's a part of, which nation she's a part of, and I don't know what their tribal rules are. They might be able to make her go home, and maybe that's why they're not showing up. I don't know all of that. And then again, that's why there's not enough facts in this yet to really gain something. But I don't think with as much attention as he gets for the things that he does, and maybe I'm giving him too much credit here, I don't think he's this stupid to do something this blatant. So I just think this is just a sensational story, and it sounds sensational, and that just helps build up the Ezra Miller's out of his mind theory. So 3 minutes to discuss this together. Oh, go ahead.
And I'm more on you. Like, I'm like, yo, dude, you see what's going on now. Like, your career is beginning to tank. Why are you putting your life and your career in jeopardy when you can just get ahead of this and be like, but what I'm hearing is that whatever he's been, the court papers or whatever, it's not from like police, it's from the family. The family is what's taking it to court. So that's like, yeah, well, fuck it, you know what I mean? If I don't get it, I ain't going to the court with them or whatever. So it's not like it's something that's like, hey, you have a warrant for your arrest, you got to come to court or anything like that. But at the end of the day, you still need to get ahead of it because you're looking bad. Each day that goes by looks worse on you.
Yeah, I think that's the key right now. No charges, nothing like that. So if that happens, or if they put out, I guess, a POI or something like that, or a BOLO, and I haven't even heard of anything like that. If they do it like a person of interest in a case and they want to bring them in for 48 hours or whatever, that escalates it. None of that's been done. And it kind of makes you wonder, well, if the police aren't doing that, they're either, well, and again, it's difficult for, and I think Danny would back me on this. It's difficult to go and say, well, she's not on tribal lands, so I kind of I got to go by state law, and state law says at 18 she can go wherever she wants, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so that's another difficult thing. If she's not on tribal lands, their reach isn't as far. So now it's in normal jurisdiction, and they're not going to go after an 18-year-old. They're just going to say, we're not wasting manpower on this if we don't have a belief that she's in harm's way, which obviously they don't think she is. They're probably putting out things saying, hey, Ezra, come on in, guys. We just want to talk to you. We want to make sure she's okay. But I don't think they believe that she's in imminent danger, because when that happens, then they ramp things up. Correct, Danny?
Yeah, that's what would be turning to kidnapping if they have proof that she was taken without her will.
Consent.
But if she freely goes, those parents will suck and win.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it sucks.
It's just
that's the law.
And then it's a shit show. Like I really
don't even care about this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a good topic. It's a good topic, but I'm just like at the point where I'm like,
if she's not in danger and she's doing her own, more power to her.
Yeah, and like I said, this, and I'll add into it more here in a minute when we get to the other question that is about that kind of feeds into this one. They're all kind of DC related, anyways, today. So, all right, Nzo.
Door number one.
Door number one. New rumors are swirling that Amber Heard is out of Aquaman 2. This coming after rumors that a 25-minute Amber cut of Aquaman 2 was being test screened, intending to see if it screened better as a whole for the movie, with insiders saying that if it screened better, they would recast Amber's part and go with a more pivotal Mera role. What are your thoughts on these two rumors? And I will quote my sources on this. One, it is Tom of Midnight's Edge. Two, it's Andre of Midnight's Edge. Three, it's Mikey Sutton from Geekosity. And I'll tell you what, Mikey Sutton is where I got my information about Disney re-signing for Spider-Man like 2-3 years ago, when everybody said the deal was dead and I said no, it's not. I was getting my information from that guy. And I'm saying that this stuff comes from them, and 90% of the time these guys are right. So what do you think about this? Who wants to go first? Oh wait, Nzo, you go first because you picked it.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, I personally don't care whether she's in it or not. I'm not going to see the fucking Myra movie. I'm going to see Aquaman 2, right? So it's not going to be like, oh my God, Myra's in it or Amber Heard's in it, I can't go watch it. She lied, she did what she did, she got caught, whatever. You know what I mean? I've always said that I can separate the person from the entertainment. I can do that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go and stop listening or watching something because this person is in it. If they recast her, then they recast her. Again, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, do they really need to test screen? Like, you already see. Well, I guess I could see why they're test screening, right? Because if they do recast her, they got to go. They got to shoot the scenes. They got to find a new actress to play her. They got to add more scenes into it as well. It's going to cost money to do that. Not only is it going to cost money to do that, it's going to probably push the movie back.
Just a second. I'm gonna add to this real quick. So the theories going right now is they want to see if the movie tests better with all of the Mera scenes, since she's a co-star. So they've added this stuff in because they want to know if we do recast, would the movie play better with more of her role in it? And I know what you're saying is you don't want to, that doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm just talking about for the movie's flow, they're wanting to know, does this work better or can we get away with just the 10 minutes? Which is also rumor. That's not guaranteed, but that's rumor too. So, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right. So, yeah, and I did hear that too, that they actually cut down her scenes to like 10 minutes of the movie, and then they thought about actually taking her out. So I can understand. But even if they just put the 25 minutes back in, it could be just to see if the movie runs well. You know what I mean? Like, they do this kind of stuff all the time. Maybe it has really nothing to do with Amber Heard, because at the end of the day, whoever they're screening it for is not going to be the majority that are going to go see it, right? So you'd have to stream it for like guys like us, You know what I mean? Say, hey, here's a private screening for so and so. You know what I mean? Because most of the people that are probably going to screen are really normies. You know what I mean? Maybe they know what's going on, maybe they don't, right? So it'll be like, oh yeah, okay, well, it works with this, it works with that. And I don't know, man. I just, at this point, I don't care if it wasn't one of those movies that I was dying to fucking see anyways, right? Like to where it's like, oh, I gotta go see Aquaman 2. Can't wait to see Aquaman 2. It was never one of those movies. So whether they recast her or not, it's not going to be any skin off of my back. But at the end of the day, I think what's coming to her is going to come. You know what I mean? Because of the lies and all that stuff. Plus the fact that she's still like trying to double down on everything and blaming it on social media and blaming it on everyone else but herself. So I think what's going to come to her is going to come. She was already in the movie. If this is her last movie, so be it. You know what I mean? If they cut her out of the movie, so be it. But at the end of the day, as I switch the script and be like, well, Johnny Depp lost a lot of fucking money in movies because of the allegations, and now I think it's her turn. So I think she
good.
should.
All right, very good. Danny, 3 minutes. Go.
I ain't gonna need nothing but like 30 seconds. I agree with every word that Nzo just said.
Thank you, Danny.
I don't care if they replace her or not. I don't care if they cut her out. I don't care if they reduce her minutes. I don't care. Like you said, we're not going there to see Mirror. We're going there to see Aquaman. So it really don't matter to me.
Okay. All right. Is that all you want?
That's it.
Okay. Okay, so I think I take out of this a little different than what you guys are taking, which is I think it's interesting that they're going through, and yes, they do screenings at different endings, different parts in it and stuff like that. But rarely do they literally throw at it everything, because 25 minutes of a movie is quite a bit for a secondary star, which is what Mira's role is. It's the secondary character, but it's a main character. Rarely do you throw it all back in there. The 10 minutes obviously is the minimum that her character has to be in this movie. And if the 25 is the maximum, what they're really looking at, what that does seem to me is they're really looking at, will this movie do better with everything in it and be more advantageous for us to go reshoot these scenes now and maybe push the movie back? Because notice what happened to like Morbius. They pushed it back way too close to the date that it was supposed to hit. I'm not sure if that would have changed its reception. I'm not saying that, but I think that Aquaman 2 is really looking at this as, if we don't recast her and we only leave her in 10 minutes, will we still be okay? Or are we better because of the current way that she's being, which is talking, which is going to only hurt her image more right now? Is it better to get rid of her, recast, and do this now and suffer a little bit of a setback? And I find that really interesting that these rumors are circling. What for? Who knows? But there's obviously something here. Smoke equals fire. Now, whether or not that means she's gone or they're just testing the waters in a minimal way right now, in the easiest way for them to do, I don't know. But I just find it really interesting that as soon as that trial finished, all this stuff started coming out. Now, yes, I have not seen one thing that absolutely DC has made any change in anything. They're not even saying that the 10 minutes is true. Walter Hamada on the stand, I think, said something upon the fact that her part had been cut significantly from what it originally was. That's all he said. But nobody's absolutely claimed that this 10 minutes is true. So DC's not saying anything yet. But if this is going on, then DC's obviously thinking, what are our options? What's the best route to go? That's absolutely happening. And it's all because of what just happened a week and a half ago. So I just find that very interesting. I think that there's a good chance that if it tests better with 25 minutes, they're going to recast her, because I don't think they're going to give her more time. And they'll probably just say, hey, you keep the money, good for you, whatever, but just go. 3 minutes to just talk about this really quick again. If you were to recast her, who would you recast her with?
Oh man, you see, I don't do fan casting so well, so I don't know, right?
Okay.
I would give it to I would cast Miss Dam.
Miss who?
Miss Dam.
Who's Miss Dam?
Oh,
First Dam. Who gives a damn?
Okay. Beautiful. That's great. We don't have to talk about this.
I mean,
I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your question.
No, you're fine.
I really don't care. I mean, I didn't watch 1 hour.
Are you interested in this movie?
Yeah, I'm interested in the movie, but Mira is not an intricate part of this movie.
Well, let me give you a little bit of a spoiler, kind of, maybe. Supposedly, her and Aquaman have a baby in this movie. So she's going to be more intricately. Really? She's going to be more intricately entwined.
It could be just like you see on the soap operas. The character of Victor Newman would now be played by Chris Knight.
Well, that's true. I mean, that's true.
And Marvel did it right with Terrence Howard. So
yeah,
like me personally,
they made a joke about it. I'm here. Let's don't worry about it. Let's forget about it. So they can.
What's her name? Who is it?
Someone says ScarJo. Hey, to be honest with you, I think her kind of relationship with Disney is done. So yeah, Scarlett Johansson could pop in there too. And play
I think. Are you talking about Amelia Clark? Are you talking about Amelia Clark, Shifty? Because Amelia Clark, she's short, but she could play that role.
Amelia Clark, what was she in?
Game of Thrones. She's the crazy bitch in that, the blonde hair crazy bitch that takes her clothes off every 5 seconds, and she plays in Terminator Genesis as Sarah Connor. So, I mean.
I like the ScarJo.
I mean, I think ScarJo would do good, and if it's a quick part, I guess.
And we get her in and maybe we get her in like a water scene with like a bikini or something like that. Oh yeah, for real. Scarlett Johansson, baby.
It's all about the boom.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, hey, 100%. We need to hashtag it. Recast Myra with Scarlett Johansson. Hashtag Scarlett Johansson for Myra. Yeah?
Absolutely. Okay. We'll stop that right there, and we'll bring it up. Last one. Oops, let's do this right there. Boom. Last one, and this is the one that goes with kind of all of this. Mikey Sutton, again, more from him, is reporting that Walter Hamada is well on his way to being ousted as president of DC Films. One of many claims is that he has mishandled properties, tried to cancel the DCEU, gone for projects like the Wonder Twins instead of Man of Steel 2, and much more. If you read that article, he had given $250 million to J.J. Abrams to make some DC properties, and they have gotten nothing from it so far. Not a thing. No treatments, no ideas, nothing. If he is ousted, do you believe the DCEU will be fully restored and past actors, primarily Affleck and Cavill, will return? What direction would you like a new president to take the properties in? And what I mean, one of the other accusations in there is that he fully wanted the Flash movie to completely destroy the DCEU. He wanted to kill off characters in it. He wanted to totally wipe the DCU out using the Flash movie. So compound that into what's going on over there. I kind of find that interesting because there's a good chance that if he does get fired, that DC and Warner Brothers and Discovery, who owns them right now, might look at it and say, you know what? We're just getting rid of the problem altogether. No Flash movie, count it as a loss. Get rid of Walter Hamada. Let's figure this out. Because that article has a lot of interesting stuff that sounds really sound. So, all right. Who wants to go first on this one? Oops, that's me.
I'll go.
All right, 3 minutes. Go.
So from what I'm hearing as well is that he's not the only one. There's a lot of people from that DC universe that have already gotten fired, right? Like I haven't really paid up to point, but I could see like some of the DC fans saying this guy's out, this is out, and now Walter Hamada is supposed to be out. I mean, the handling of it is, we've said it many times. It's not, they have no clue what they're doing. That's the way it is, right? They want to make a fucking Joker 2 that's a musical. Like, where the fuck does that idea even come from? You know? Sounds like something Walter Hamada would think of. Hamada would think of, you know what I mean? So I think what they need to do, and I've said it before, because now it gets to the point, well, do we start this thing all over again? I say no, you don't start it all over again. What you do is you take this Flash movie, I don't know if you scrap it or you put it on the back burner to make changes to it. What you do is you call Zack Snyder, you say, Zack Snyder, we are going to do Justice League 2 and Justice League 3, all right? Then after Justice League 3, you bring in that Flashpoint movie to where you can change things the way you want to. Maybe you can keep certain actors if you want to, or if you don't, Flash goes back and when he changes things, everything is different, right? That way you can still keep faith where you don't have to start completely over from scratch, because I think starting completely over from scratch kind of puts you in a predicament. Is where do we start from? What do we do? Who do we do? What do we do? This and that, right? So when you reset it, I'm like, because Zack Snyder's movie is supposed to have dark side in it. Maybe get them to change that a little bit to where you can use dark side as a main villain down the line, right? I always say Justice League War was such an amazing way, the way the Justice League met each other and got together. I think you could do something like that. Like a lot of people said they should have did this, they should have did that. I said if you did something like Justice League War, that would work in live action. I would fucking die to see that movie in live action. The only problem with that movie in live action is you have Darkseid right away, right? And then you can't use him down the line. Or maybe you could use him again. They don't kill him or whatever, and he gets stronger. You use him down again because they did it in Apocalypse, right? So maybe you could do that. Yeah, I think you could do that, you know? I mean, hey, maybe if you start over that way. I don't know. It's just such a mess right now. But the fact that they have these movies already in production kind of makes me think that you try to move on instead of resetting. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay, no, I like that. Makes sense for sure. Danny, 3 minutes. Go ahead.
I really don't know about this Walter Makata, whatever.
He's the guy that keeps fucking with the whole DCU, DC solo this, maybe a group movie. He is the guy making these calls since Snyder came in. Man of Steel. He was there then, I think, is what I read.
I'm going to kind of tie this into the Star Wars that I'm going to use the same argument I use it for Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy has a boss. Her boss at the time that we were talking about all this was Bob Iger. He heard what the fans were saying, and he still allowed her to do stuff that was crazy and that was turning off the fans. Now, her only saving grace was that her movies was profitable. So I'm sure this Walter Hamada has a boss, and the boss is not reading the tea leaves, is not seeing the red flags. So you can't entirely put all this mess on Hamada, because if somebody was telling me, hey, man, do what you want to do, and I thought my ideas was the shit, I'm going to keep running with it until somebody pulls my chain and say, hey, man, this right here is crap. I'm not, you need to get back on this. So, one, we don't know whether or not Bob Hamada's or whatever, Walter Hamada, whatever his name is, boss told him that. We don't know whether or not he had a conversation. Hey, look, man, you need to get more in line with this, this, and this instead of this, this, and this.
Hold on just a second there. I'm going to pause your time. I'm going to give you a little more insight on this. Discovery the people in charge of Discovery, I don't know the guy's name for sure, nor the woman, I think it's a guy, they just closed the deal to buy Warner Brothers and DC. So this is since April 14th of 2022 is when they did that. So what we're talking about is a new guard saying this guy has fucked up these properties. He doesn't know what he's doing. The direction they were going in originally was the right direction, and then he started implementing all this crazy shit, solo movies instead of group movies, or instead of a cohesive story together. They're putting him on the hook. So yes, while you're right that the old guard may not have read those tea leaves, the new guard is coming in and said, you guys didn't see this? Look at this crap. So I'm giving you that right there, because Discovery is the one making these calls. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, they definitely should. Like, if haven't been told that, then they definitely should clean house and let them go. Whether or not they're going to have the balls do it, or whether or not they are contractually obligated. The contract says, "Hey, you fire me for no just reason, or you fire me before the contract ends or expires, you have to pay me an ass of money." So they might don't want to do that. So until we know exactly what the contract he has for that particular company says, then they might be kind of at his mercy, because it's not like they're making a boatload of money over there. A lot of their movies are flopping. They've only had $1 billion success movies under that tenure, so we don't know the actual details of the contract. So, is he doing some stupid stuff? Yes. Are they gonna be able to fix it with the new guard? I hope so. But right now, he maybe had them over a barrel, so to speak. So until we know the actual details of the contract, then they might be going to kind of limit him or kind of go along with the flow until they can get in a better position to say, okay, sir, you've had your time at bat and you have struck out. Time to hit the bricks. So,
all right.
Yeah. And before Chris goes, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, I think Walter Hamada is the reason why we got the Batman and not a Ben Affleck Batman.
Watch him out.
No, that's why we didn't get Ben Affleck.
There is some truth behind that, but I will also say that I don't think they've hit bad notes all the time, because the Joker came out of that too. The Elseworlds properties were probably more because of him. But this article basically spells out that Discovery looks at what he has done and said that he is the reason that he was one of the biggest people out there saying, we want Snyder out. We want Snyder out. We want Snyder out. When AT&T owned it, they said, no, we're going to put this out because this needs to be done. And they're looking at it now, and I don't know how much AT&T and Discovery have to do with each other. It might be maybe something to do with the same group. I haven't gone into that far. But I think Discovery is looking at it and saying, listen, you guys put that on HBO Max and people ate it up. Whether or not that's the full cut you would have gotten in the theater or not, they're looking at this and say people like the DCEU, and when you look at it as a cohesive whole, the story, while there are problems, it's fixable, because they're saying, listen, you were going in the right direction. And they're looking at Marvel, and they're saying Marvel might have solo films, but each of those solo films build into the lore that is the MCU, and that they were kind of going in that direction with the DCEU. And I think what they're saying is you pulled the plug way too early, because it doesn't happen overnight. And that's what I've always said, is that these people at DC and at Warner Brothers were constantly saying, what? No, didn't work. Let's just stop, turn, do something else. Let's do, and if we're seeing that, if we say that as fans, why wasn't the top brass saying that? So I think Discovery is saying, hey, listen, this has been going on for long enough. We want to come in before he does destroy what's left of the DCEU, and we want to put it back in. They talk about wanting Cavill back. They talk about wanting Affleck back. And again, like I've always said, if you're going to continue the DCEU, you have to have those two. You have to have those two. They are your pivotal main characters, Batman and Superman. Aquaman was fine. Wonder Woman's great. All that stuff's fine. But you still have to have those two pivotal characters. and then you got to get back into that storyline, whatever storyline, or you do a Flash type movie that kind of resets the storyline but keeps the characters. There's a ton of stuff there that I think that Discovery, when they bought this, they probably bought it with the thought process of we want to keep what we can. We want to salvage what's left of these properties of DC and get in there before this Hamada guy really wrecks it with a Joker 2 musical or with a Flash movie that kills people off like Ben Affleck. And these people are in entertainment business, so they may have heard these rumors that I've heard that they're going to kill off Ben Affleck's Batman. And maybe they're just trying to say, no, we want out, we want this gone. And that's why I said it builds into more of the Ezra Miller stuff with all that problems and Discovery coming in. Now Discovery makes that decision. And Discovery says, we didn't want this movie anyways. And now with all those problems, we'll take the loss. Fuck it. We didn't actually pay the loss because that movie's already done. Much like what Disney did. They threw out New Mutants. Why? Didn't matter what it did to them. It was money in their pockets. They didn't pay to make that movie. The same thing with X-Men, the Phoenix movie. They threw that
Dark
out
Phoenix.
It didn't matter to them. They didn't lose money on it. So that's the thing here. They didn't lose money on it, so they can shelve it all they want. And I think Discovery is really trying to do damage control right now and salvage what they want of DC. And they might have an idea of what they want to do. Now, again, I won't buy it until it actually happens, until they show me they can do what they might be able to do. But that's what I think they're trying to do, is salvage what is left of that DCEU, which in these articles sounds like what they really want is the DCEU, the stuff that was there originally.
And I believe that that's what they want. Like I said, we've said it many times. Marvel has 28 movies. Not all of them are good. Not all of them made $1 billion. But I had to answer this real quick because Shifty Gism said her movies weren't that profitable. All her movies except for Solo made over $1 billion. They were all profitable, Shifty.
They're all over $1 billion.
That's what saving grace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wait. I'm gonna pause this time real quick. How many movies did you say last night have made $1 billion? 40 some, 50 some,
40.
Whatever.
Yeah, 49.
40. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of those movies are under her watch.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's 1/10. That's 1/10 of the $1 billion movies. I'm sorry. And then if you want to go further, think about Disney. Mm-hmm. How many Disney movies have gone over $1 billion? Because that's Marvel, that's her stuff. Yeah, they've been more than that. They've been more than profitable.
More than profitable, absolutely, absolutely.
Which is why she didn't get fired because of Solo.
Exactly.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying because sooner or later one of them is gonna flop, right? Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, they need a Kevin Feige type of person in charge of Warner Brothers. They really do. Not only someone who knows how to put a universe together, but knows lore of the comics, knows the characters, right? And I say this all the time. Either the director, the writer, or producer, anybody in that circle, at least one of them needs to know the characters. You know what I mean? And that way you stay true to the characters. Okay, hold on. You said The Last Jedi underperformed. Maybe, but it still made $1 billion off a $250 million budget. So you're saying it's not profitable and underperforming are two different things.
The toy line's been dead since Lucas sold it. The only thing that survived the toy line is
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, exactly. Grogu.
Yeah, Baby Yoda is Grogu.
You got anything else on this subject, on the DC subject? Oh, he's muted. Maybe he's got a phone call. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like I said,
Lucas is here.
What up, George? But yeah, like I said, they need to have like a Kevin Feige, someone who knows the lore of the comic books and can help put this universe together.
Absolutely. I don't know who that would be, but Man, it needs to happen for sure.
I wish this shit would get popular, and then we could get like a Marvel versus DC type of shit. That would be so fucking.
But then
good
again,
if
you
they did
gotta
something
have
like that.
you gotta have people on both
The
sides to
characters, yeah,
understand it.
and you
That
also
even
have
gets more convoluted.
right, and
I'm
you
sorry.
also have to have characters on the other side. And so far, we don't have a Superman, we don't have a Batman, really. Well, you have Pattinson, but he ain't a Batman, so you have no Batman on that side, no Superman, you know. And it's just the decisions that they're making. Like you get the Flash movie and you put Supergirl in it instead of a Superman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
No Man of Steel 2 and stuff like that. So that's weird.
Yeah. All right, guys. Before we get to it, actually, that's great. Danny, are you still there? I think he's on the phone. But
Probably.
anyways,
Yeah.
you know what time it is, guys. We're gonna get right to it. Here we go.
Fact
it's time
or fiction.
That's right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now for the moment that everyone's been waiting for. It's Chaos Central's Final 5 Fact or Fiction. That's right. Final 5 Fact or Fiction. 5 questions, which we're going to answer with only 2 answers possible. That's fact or fiction. Now, we do this, and I have some stats for you. Just we're going to go really, we're going to go scientific on this shit today. It's crazy, right? So we have done 40 questions. We have answered 40 questions, which is 36% of the 110 questions. That's including tonight's questions. So that's not too bad.
Not at all.
The other crappy side of this is I'm going to have to point out the facts here that Danny is at 29 points. I'm going to put this over here really quick. Actually, let's make this not as big, but we're going to do this to cover up the question.
You see, Danny be cheating, and it's because he's a Golden State fan and a Laker fan. They know how to cheat the system. I'm just saying.
Right there you go. Those are the scores right now. 29 for Danny, 25 for Nzo, and I'm barely holding on to Nzo's score there. It's like don't go too far.
Getting there.
All right, Danny, you back? Well, let's talk a little more.
He's just 4 ahead of me now. Jesus.
Yeah, he's 4 ahead of you. Let's talk a little more really quick about Obi-Wan. Sorry, guys, we're gonna get to this here really quick. So this episode, though, like I think I said, it really helped this series a lot. Mm-hmm. It seemed because everybody was saying, "Man, they got 2 episodes left. How are they going to do this?" They really focused very well on this, and the scene with Hayden and Ewan on the patio thing, that was freaking awesome.
I thought it was great. You know what I mean? The fact that they were showed the flashbacks and everything. I said personally, because I did a little quick stream talking about it, I kind of wish they would have did that more closer to Revenge of the Sith instead of Attack of the Clones, right? You know, maybe after Anakin goes into the meeting and they say you're not a Jedi, you know, they have that little training session, and then it's like, this is why they didn't give you the master right then and there. You know what I mean? I think that would have been a little bit better to have it closer to that, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was good. It was well done.
Okay, fair. Well, you know, yeah, I think so too. Oh, there he is, Danny. All right, you didn't hear everything all right?
Ask me about something. We good? Go ahead.
Okay. Well, really quick, we'll go over this one more time. We've answered 40 questions out of 110 questions. That's including the 5 questions tonight. That's 36% of the final 5 questions. That's not bad. That's seems pretty cool. You are currently winning. Again, I don't want to point this out, but you are currently winning. You have 29. Nzo has 25, and I have 23.
All right.
So 2 questions are answered tonight, That's
Come on,
into
baby.
the 40.
Come on,
That's
baby.
into the 40 questions that I said. So that's all built into this. So here we go. Question
Come
number
on,
one
baby.
that was answered tonight. In the upcoming Disney Plus series Obi-Wan, it is a known fact that Hayden Christensen will reprise his role as the infamous villain Darth Vader. Fact or fiction, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader will have a face-to-face confrontation. I made sure to list this as a confrontation, not necessarily a fight. And they have had that. So
That's cool. That's correct.
that is.
I think we all said fact on that.
Yeah, I believe so.
What we did is in week 10, Danny said fact, Anza said fact, and I said fact. I'm going to save that right there. Boom. It's saved. I'm going to close that one.
All right, come on, guys. Go one more to catch up. Let's do this.
And so we're going to make sure we put that on here. Danny's at 30. You're at 26, and I'm at 24. All right. The next question that was answered. No Canadian team has won the NHL Stanley Cup since the Montreal Canadiens did in 1993. The Edmonton Oilers are some people's favorites in the NFL playoffs this year. Fact or fiction, the Oilers will break the streak and win the 2022 Stanley Cup playoffs or Stanley Cup, and they were eliminated by the team that is currently in.
You don't even have a clue finals. What I said.
I know I said fiction.
Hold on. I got it right here. Okay. Boom. That was question number 1 of week 21. Danny said, oh wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Make sure. It's just week 21. Okay. And they didn't make it. So Danny said fact, they would win. They did not. Anza said fiction, and I said fiction. So we gained 1 on Danny.
At least I gained 1. Okay.
So at least this one puts us like a little closer. We're going to save those scores. Going to close that up and make sure. Yeah, I thought so. Hold on. Let me reopen up. Right there. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. These are for today. All right, here we go. Final 5 fact or fiction for today. Question number 1. With rumors of Walter Hamada being ousted soon, many people are hoping for a return of stars like Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Fact or fiction? If Hamada is fired, Affleck and Cavill will return. Danny, you're first.
Fact.
You say fact. And fact. Anzo.
Fact.
And I will echo that.
It has to be one or the other or both.
Just I would say one or the other. I'm not
one
going
or the other.
Both. I think they both will, but I will say one or the other. Okay. Yeah.
Get clarification.
Question number 2. In a recent podcast interview, Tyreek Hill said that while Mahomes had a stronger arm, his new QB, Tua, and I cannot say his last name, I won't even try, was more accurate. Fact or fiction, Tua will have a higher passer rating in 2023 than Mahomes.
Fiction.
Well, Anzo goes first this time.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna go fiction.
There ain't no fucking way Tua are gonna go more than damn.
That's why I showed you those stats. I wanted you to look at those stats because I'm like, I cannot believe Tyreek said that. I'm like,
he's trying to ingratiate himself with that team, but that was a dumb thing to say.
He's going to want out of that team by next year. I almost guarantee it. Because as soon and maybe I'm wrong, I will say it if I'm wrong.
I think he'd be the main target.
If he doesn't get enough targets, if that team doesn't do good, if Tua doesn't get it to him accurately, all that stuff, people are going to make him eat those words, and he's not going to like it, and he's going to want to go somewhere else. That's what I think. But anyways, question number 3. There are strong rumors that Will Smith is secretly filming I Am Legend 2. His production company, Westbrook Studios, is said to be producing it. Fact or fiction, I Am Legend 2 will not break even if Will Smith is in it. And remember what it takes to break even. It has to make 3 times what it costs. That's industry standard, so that's what we're going to go with. It has to make 3 times what it costs, and we don't know those numbers yet, but I'm going to say fiction. I'm going to say fiction.
I'm going to say fiction, too.
Annie?
Tough one, I know. It's Will Smith, right?
I'm going to go with fact.
I will say the article I pulled this. You're going to say fact?
Yep.
I will say in the article that I pulled, what they basically said is I think it's Universal, or whoever did the original one said, one of their executives said, he's going to make a comeback sometime. It's going to be the company that backs him when it happens that's going to make the money.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, there's that side of it. I mean, I don't know. I think
how could he be in it? He got killed in the last one.
No, he didn't. Not.
Yes, he did.
There was two versions.
2
of
endings.
It.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 endings. I think the alternate ending is the one where he dies.
The one I seen, he got killed.
Yeah, there's one that happens.
Yeah.
There's one where he ends up walking up to the gates of the safe zone
with the girl where they're driving in the car after. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the one that they went with.
I've never seen that one.
I think the original one is he dies, though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and the original one, he's put the 2 in a little hole, and then
I think he dies in the original.
The head zombie comes in there, and he has a grenade in his hand.
Mm-hmm. I have to look it up. This is I'm just taking this from things I was looking up today. So, fact fiction question number 4: with Top Gun Maverick well on its way to $1 billion, many people are looking to the next Tom Cruise hit, MI7, and it's called oh shoot, I forget what it's called, but it is part 1. MI7 will be part 1. With this movie coming out in 2 parts, fact or fiction, MI7 part 1 will make $1 billion at the box office. Danny, your turn again.
Fact.
Okay. Nzo?
I agree. Tom Cruise is on a roll. Yeah.
I say the same thing. I thought that he might get to $1 billion with Top Gun, but not this freaking quick. I mean, if it doesn't make $1 billion, I will be surprised.
Yeah, it'll make $1 billion. It
is surprising the hell out of me. All right, last question. Creed 3 is due out November 23rd of 2022. Sly Stallone had said after Creed 2 that he was done playing the character Rocky Balboa. Fact or fiction? Rocky Balboa will make some sort of an appearance in Creed 3. Let me clarify. That means the character will be live on screen, no matter how short the time, even at the beginning. And I don't mean like in flashbacks. I mean a part of the film. Not in a picture on the wall. He will be in the film for 5 seconds. I don't care if he's in it and it's Sly Stallone playing Rocky Balboa. That's what I mean.
Fact.
You say fact.
Mm-hmm.
I say I'm going to go fact because I just don't see how he's going to go away from it. And again, I don't know how long it'll be. Probably be really short, but I think he will be. Danny?
I'm going fiction.
I knew he was going to do that. All right. That's a lock. Question number 1 for Danny. It's fact, fiction, fact, fact, fiction. Nzo, it's fact, fiction, fiction, fact, fact. Me, it's fact, fiction, fiction, fact, fact. So again, Nzo and I are pretty much on the same.
Either we're gonna catch up, or nope. It's either we're gonna catch up, or Danny's gonna take one hell of a fucking lead because he'll have 2 up on us on this one. So
yep, that's true. All right, that is the show. Thank you, everybody who stayed. Actually, we had a pretty good number of people that stayed the whole time. I really appreciate that. You guys,
absolutely.
Dujan or Dewan Mask, Dewan Mask. Good to see you. Shifty was here. David was here. Mads Mama Bear, of course. I know LB was here. See here. Who else? I know Poe was here. Let's see who else.
Shifty gives him Mads, Mama Bear,
Shifty, Mads, George Lucas. Thank you, George, for stopping by.
David
We really appreciate
Quintana,
it. Basel was here. Like I said, Poe was here.
David Quintana.
Yep. David, very good. G Major stopped by. Saw a few others. Geiscar was here. I Love Food stopped by. Yeah, guys, thank you. We really appreciate Tony Robinson was here also. We really appreciate all of you guys. You guys are great. We really appreciate the support you give this channel and give our shows and individually on our own channels, all that. We really do. Let's go around one more time. Anzo, talk about what's coming up on OOC.
OOC, we got a couple of topics over there. Gonna head out over there and get ready, going. Yeah, Dr. Umar says some shit, so we're gonna go and break that shit down. Me and Roberto. Other than that, man, great show, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Great. All right, Danny.
I'm gonna bounce though.
Yep.
Peace out, guys.
Danny, aka Common Chat. Yeah, great show. Always enjoy coming on here, talking to Nzo and Chris on great topics, and look forward to the next one, which will be Friday night.
Indeed. That's the Miss Marvel Roundtable, guys. Check it out. It's 8:30 on Friday. Again, our 3 shows, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's Chaotic Conversation on Monday. That's Danny's show. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anzo's show is the Khaos List at 9 p.m. on Tuesday. And my show, of course, right here, The Rule of 3 at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. Friday, Miss Marvel Roundtable, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday, the Obi-Wan Roundtable will be finishing up in 2 weeks. This week, you don't want to miss it because I think we got a lot to say about this episode. That's at 8:30 on Sunday. Guys, thank you very much. And to everybody else, peace.
Peace.